Michigan and Penn State. Michigan at home, 10.5 and 53 the total. This is at 12:30 Pacific on ESPN. 6-2 against 7-1. Michigan off the bye 2 weeks in a row. Penn State has won, but they've lost in the stats, and lucky to beat Indiana and fortunate to beat Iowa. Michigan nasty defensively, number one in total defense. They're in this mix, Teddy. Certainly they win out. They're going to make it. But they're going for revenge again. So far, so good, as they knocked off Michigan State and they knocked off Wisconsin. They also have the best loss in the country, getting beat on the road against Notre Dame to start the season. What do you think here, laying a big spread against Penn State and McSorley? Franklin has been horrible against ranked teams, and this Penn State offense has struggled for much of the season lately.
Sure, but it's not like the Michigan offense has been marching up and down the field, putting the biscuit in the basket every time. Wolverines, as we saw against Michigan State prior to the bye. Shea Patterson is only good when he's got time to throw the football. We haven't seen him make a lot of great plays out of the pocket. We haven't seen the Wolverines' skill position talent really stand out this season. And when you look at Penn State's defense, they give up a bunch of yards. They've given up more than, 424 yards per game in Big Ten play. Haven't been particularly impressed with their linebacking core. The secondary has been hit or miss, but boy, the pass rush has been there all year. Gross Matos, Sharif Miller, with 10 sacks, 21 tackles for loss. The end, Shakatoni has 5 sacks. Robert Windsor's been really good. Penn State really attacks the pocket. This is going to be the toughest pass rush that Shea Patterson has faced this season, at least since the Notre Dame game, and maybe even more than Notre Dame. I think the Nittany Lions are going to bring it against the Wolverines. Michigan's offensive line is going to have to step up if they're going to cover this number.
Yep, I've been getting some good stuff on Twitter. A couple articles. Franklin against ranked opponents. Penn State 12-3 to the over, by the way. Last 15 against top 25 teams. And last year, in a blowout, Penn State was throwing the ball and trying to score late, and Michigan players, that burned them. And thanks for sending me that article, too. That's important as well. They blew them out, and they tried to run it up on them as well. That's an interesting angle, too.
Yeah, and Penn State, when you talk about that defense, they give up chunk plays. They give up 129 plays of 10 yards or more this season. That's third worst in the Big Ten. There haven't been a ton of huge plays. Only 11 plays they've given up of 30 yards or more, third best in the conference. But teams are getting first downs against this Penn State defense. Offensively this year, the biggest issue for the Nittany Lions, obviously you lose Saquon Barkley. There's no Mike Gesicki anymore at tight end or Deshaun Hamilton catching passes. It's been the Trace McSorley show. The skill position talent around him, not quite as good. They got the one playmaker in KJ Hamler, who's pretty dangerous in space. But I'm not sold on the Nittany Lions playmaking talent. I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up being a relatively low-scoring affair. I'm not convinced Michigan's offense is going to come out clicking on all cylinders off the bye. If I'm playing this one, I'll look at the under.
All right, here are the scores, too. Franklin against ranked Big Ten teams on the road. 0-5 straight up, 1-4 ATS. At Ohio State, catching 17.5, lost 38-10. At Michigan State, catching 7.5, lost 55-16. At Michigan, catching 15.5, lost 49-10. The close call against Ohio State last year, 39-38, should have won the game. And then lost, laying double digits to Michigan State. That was the delay with the weather. They lost 27-24. That is fantastic info there in that one.
Like the show? Help us keep the lights on. Please make sure to comment, share, and subscribe to all the Sportsbook Review videos. Thanks so much. Best of luck. Enjoy the game.